right, thank you for being here today. You know, we have a big contest against Arkansas. To me, it's the most physical, biggest, strongest, best football team we've played all year. I know their record's not that good. They should have beat Alabama. They definitely could have beat a couple other teams, and they're a good football team, especially against the people that we've played against this year. To me, they would be the best team we've played all year. So we've got a tough contest for ourselves, and our kids are excited about going there and playing playing on ESPNU, which is a good thing for us, for exposure for our conference and for our school. So I'll take any questions at this time.
Coach, you talked about the exposure, not only the football team, but we're seeing basketball, baseball, they're facing all these Power 5 programs.
Yeah.
For the athletes, how beneficial is it to go into those type of environments and kind of face a higher level of competition in the Power 5 league?
Yeah, I think it was always good, and we're excited about our opportunity of what we're going to be able to do. And so it's good for our program, it's good for the school, a lot of exposure, all that side of it. And the kids, of course, are excited about playing.
Arkansas is a run-heavy team. Their quarterback leads the team rushing to bring you back their running back.
Right.
Who was an all-SEC all-team. Just your thoughts on their team and stop their run.
Yes, KJ Jefferson, he's bigger than some of our defensive linemen. He's powerful. He can run. He has a very strong arm. You know, he's played good football there for a while now, you know, he's from North Panola High School, right outside of Oxford, Mississippi. So I knew about him when I was coaching at Ole Miss, and he was a heck of a player there. And then, of course, their running back, you know, he was all SEC, and he had hurt his knee. And Raheem, and he's bigger than a lot of our D linemen too. I mean, he's big, powerful, strong. He can run. So they're a physical, powerful football team. You know, their O-line's huge. They got tall, athletic wide receivers. You know, it's going to be a tough contest. Where we got to wrap up and tackle, and we have to tackle a lot better than we've tackled the last couple of games. That's one of our big problems. We were tackling well earlier. We worked on it hard during our off week. Kept working on it. Just didn't tackle it. So hopefully we've worked on it hard the last few days, and hopefully we will tackle better. We have to tackle and wrap these guys up for sure.
I guess looking back at the Middle Tennessee game, you guys had 4 trips to the red zone. 2 of them ended up at the Chase Gable Field.
Yeah.
What do you think held you guys back in those trips and didn't get that touchdown?
Well, we should have got a few touchdowns there. There's no doubt about it. We had the one called back with the lineman downfield. You know, we just didn't make some plays there we needed to make. And that was, you know, definitely discouraging. Good defense by MTSU, but we have to. You get 4 trips down there. You want to score at least 3 touchdowns and a field goal. That's what you need to do. You want to score all 4 times, but you better come away with that. And we just came away with, you know, 2 field goals, which is not good.
Go ahead. Yeah, Coach, I was going to ask about maybe that was before you got here, but if you know, how did the Arkansas game come about? And do you have games on future schedules against other Power 5s, and just talk about that if you would?
Yes, sir. Great question. We do have other Power 5s next year. We open up with Indiana, first game of the year. When I got here, when I met with Scott Carr and different people, we were talking about different things, and we felt like for our overall athletic program that our football team needed to play a Power 5 program each year that we could. And you know, we're getting a big paycheck, which helps our overall athletic program. It helps every sport in our program, and so that's something that us as a football program will do to help this overall program. And they haven't done that here in the past a lot, and we're trying to do that basically every year. And so it's a good exposure for us, but overall what it really does, it helps our overall athletic program. Not football, it helps the overall athletic program, which is good. It gives football exposure, our kids like playing in it, and you know, you get an upset in one of those, it makes a big difference. So that's what we're hoping to do, but it's mainly to help the overall athletic program.
I wanted to ask you also about Emmanuel, like how much of that, you know, how important is it to have an older guy and just the maturity that he brings, and is that a big part of his success? Yeah,
Donovan, since the day he stepped in here, has been phenomenal. And then to watch how he's grown in his leadership aspects. He's always been a leader, but being a vocal leader and doing the different things that he's done has been awesome. Like one of the things he did this week that we're doing is he was a big part of it. it helped set up, along with the other student athletes on a board that we have. But he was him and Ashton were two spearheaded. They spearheaded bringing boxes for all of our players to go to fill up a box for kids to give away for Christmas. And so that's another thing that Donovan does. I mean, he's not just football. It's off the field. It's community service. It's all the different things that he gives back. He's an exceptional football player. He's also an exceptional person. I definitely believe he'll have an opportunity to play in the NFL. But if that doesn't work out, people need to hire him, because he will be a phenomenal employee in whatever they have him do. I mean, I expect Donovan to own his own company, be a CEO of a company one day. That's the kind of leadership I see in Donovan, and the type of intelligence and the type of work ethic and the type of character. It all adds up.
Coach Jacob Peace no longer with you guys. You're going with Jadarius Lee in the offensive line. Just talk to us about that change there and why.
Yeah, J.D. Lee does an excellent job. The thing about J.D. Lee is he can play all 5 spots. That's why. I mean, he can play tackle, he can play guard, he can play center. He's a redshirt freshman. You know, we're a JV offensive line age-wise. You know, we're freshmen and sophomores. That's what we are. And so they've kept improving, and they've had their tough moments, but we're going to keep getting all those guys back. They're going to be bigger and stronger, and they've showed really glimpses of doing some really good things, and they've had some other hard days. But, you know, when they're all freshmen and sophomores and hadn't played a lot of snaps, and now they're playing a lot of snaps, and then you get them through this year, and then we get into next year in spring practice, when they're all sitting there as now sophomores and juniors, and then juniors and seniors, you've got a good op. And they're big, they're powerful, they're strong. We've got some young guys behind them that we're excited about too. So we're building it. You can't build it overnight, but they're getting better. So J.D. Lee's an example of a guy that can play all the spots. He can play guard, center, and tackle.
And then John Bach wasn't in the game for you guys.
Yes. John Bach. He went to one of the supplement stores that you have, and we tell our guys all the time, NCAA wise, don't go take anything at a supplement store before you tell us. And he took one of the weight gain things, whatever they are. It didn't have any of the descriptions of anything the NCAA would test you for, but they mix that stuff in different mixers at places they make it. So he got NCAA tested, and he came up negative, so he will miss the entire year. So he will be able to come back next year at the end of October. So it was a mistake, and he'll learn from it. The great thing for us and the great thing for John, the positive side of it is he has a redshirt year available, so he can redshirt next year. He'll be back okay with 4 to 5 games left. So he'll get his redshirt, be able to play 4 games next year, and get bigger and stronger. So it's a tough learning experience. We tell our kids that all the time. But when they mix that stuff, it's not even on the label. You say, well, how can that be? That's how the NCAA does it. It had some type of mixture in it that was contaminated, and that's what happened. So it's very unfortunate, but he'll, with the redshirt year and getting bigger and stronger and be ready to go, and so he'll be able to play at the end of next year, and then he'll have 2 more years after that. So that'll be good.
He'll be able to play at the end of next year?
Yes, sir. It goes from
a full year.
He'll have to set out a full year.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
That's a tough break. And
yeah, it's a tough break, and it's a tough break for us. You know, we've so yeah.
How does he? I mean, mentally.
I tell you what, his parents are phenomenal people, great people. They were all crushed, and he was too, but he's handled it excellent since then. And you know, he's diving into school, diving into his work, hitting the weight room extra, pushing that. And so he's got time to go ahead and kind of let his body get some stuff. He's had some shoulder things and some knee things, and now he can get bigger and stronger. And with a redshirt year available to him, that'll help him have we'll have him around here for a couple more years after that, which he'll be because he's a really good player now. I think it'll help him go to another level.
And just to make sure we have this right, so we have to miss the first 10 games.
So what he'll miss is it's October. I want to say it's like October 25th or 26th. He's able to come back again next year.
Oh, so it's a calendar thing.
It's a calendar year. It's a calendar year. That's why I'm saying if he comes back, he could play in 4 games with a 4-game rule and still redshirt, and then he could play in our championship game and our bowl game type thing the next year. So that's what we're hoping for him. And
that's a teachable moment, not just for him, but you're
it's a teachable moment. And when we told the whole team, they were numb. and they know what type of kid John is. I mean, he's a leader, he's a hard worker, and it's just one of those unfortunate situations. And we tell them all the time, don't take anything from a supplement store, because you don't know where it's mixed or how it's done, because something could ding you on only take the stuff from us and that type of thing. And that's what happened. But he's a great kid, great parents, great people. If John Bach can handle it, he'll bounce back and he'll come back better than he was. It just hurts us in the meantime for sure.
I guess the last one for Arkansas, Q1, true freshman guy. He's played in big games.
Oh, yeah.
Never played it against an SEC opponent. Kind of what's the message going into that game for him?
Well, our message to Kiwan is always, and as with a freshman, he's done some great things, and then there's learning experiences just as part of it. Is just play within yourself. Just keep playing within yourself and understand what we're doing with it, and just keep competing. And he has done that, and we're excited about the progress that Kiwan's making. Of course, we want everything to be perfect, but that's not realistic when you're playing with a true freshman that's growing along with his true freshman, basically young freshman offensive line and sophomore line. They'll keep maturing, and when they do, people go, golly, y'all look pretty good. And that's when it'll happen. I mean, it's when you grow something, it doesn't just grow overnight. And so we're working on it, and they're working hard at it.
Anything else, Walt? Nope.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Coach.
Yes.
Tom Murphy.
Hey, Tom.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Hey, Coach, thanks for doing this with me. More on Kiwan. What's his year been like from a development standpoint? Where's he gotten better?
Kiwan has made a lot of big plays for us. Has great savvy. Where Kiwan keeps improving is he's starting to understand how to read coverages better. He's understanding where to go with the ball quicker. All of that's a process. In college football from high school football, everything speeds up. The windows in the secondary close quicker. The O-line, the D-line closes quicker on you when you go to scramble. So he's learning all that and really growing. And it's fun to see the growth in him that you see in the practice field, that you see at times on the game field, that you're definitely seeing in the film room, of understanding football better and better and better. At the collegiate level, and we're pleased with a lot of his progress, and I know he gets frustrated just like we all do about trying to make more plays and doing more things, but he'll keep improving, and we're really excited about Kiwan.
Yeah, and from your film study of the Arkansas defense, what are you seeing there?
I'm seeing big, athletic D linemen that are very, very physical. I'm seeing linebackers that can run and hit. And coverage-wise, they're doing a lot of good things back there. But I think that the thing they're just so big and physical up front is what we keep seeing, watching them on film. Their overall physical size and is impressive.
Sam Pittman told us yesterday that you guys serve on the same NCAA board together, and I'm wondering what your interactions with him have been like. What do you think of him?
Oh, Sam Pittman's awesome. He has a genuine love for football, and understanding of what college football is all about. He was definitely, to me, being around him as much as I have, he's the kind of guy I would love coaching my sons. He cares about young people. He cares about the process of college football, and he cares about the game. And he, to me, is a very humble person, which is really genuine, and I really appreciate.
Okay, and my last question is, when you guys have been clicking this year, what has been going right for you in your wins, and then also, what do you feel like you'll need to do Saturday to give yourself a chance here?
Well, I think that when we've been able to be successful at times, we've been able to take advantage of. We've made some big plays, and then we've been able to score in the red zone, which is big for us. And defensively, we've been able to tackle better than we've been tackling, and that's something that we have to do. And in major college football now, you got to be able to tackle in space, and if you don't tackle well in space, it turns into big plays quick. So those are the things that we've been able to do better.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate it.
All right, bye-bye.